Yo, are you on YouTube? Drop a subscription. If you're on Apple Playlist, it's not playlist, Apple Podcast, drop a review. I think my phone is ringing. Hello? Actually, you know what? This is just dumb. Welcome, DJ Dillion.
Thank you.
Anything. That was my phone that I usually hit the Fisher Price with.
I was expecting the cord for the phone to be a lot longer.
Yo,
it's
right?
like 1 inch long.
It's like, well, I mean, it's made for children, so I can't really.
You picked up the phone and the whole the phone went flying with it.
This is how long the wire is. There's nothing to it. Yeah. This is just stupid. So we got Ethan on too. How you doing?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing good. Ethan is the side character to the podcast.
Yeah, I'm just a side piece. Nothing more.
The side piece. How do you feel about that, Dylan?
He's the appetizer.
The appetizer.
I get it going.
Sure.
Dylan, talk about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself so the people listening know who you are.
My name is Dylan. I think for the few people that know me, I'm DJ Dylan. I am the local DJ here in Calgary. I own Esoteric Productions, which is basically another local company that helps artists kind of give them any tools they would need to become the artist they want to be, whatever their vision might be, videos, producing, editing, graphic design, Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all.
That's pretty cool. But you've been doing DJing for what, like your entire life?
Pretty much, yeah. August 3rd, I think, marked 5 years. So since 12 years old.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I still haven't gotten bored of it, so I'm happy.
Doing it for the rest of your life.
Hopefully. I mean, we'll see how things go, but you never know. I might just drop DJing and become a painter or become
a painter.
Gymnast. Stripper, I don't know.
That's so far left. That's so far.
We'll have to see. So far, it's DJing though.
DJing? You're really good at DJing.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to think so. I definitely am not perfect. There's a lot of room for me to improve, I guess, but experience helps.
How do you improve? What do you say? What are some steps you usually take?
Really, practice makes perfect. I'll see working with a lot of other DJs. I'll pick up tools from them, seeing whether it's, just how they control the crowd or hold their presence, whatever. He's just dying. He's you're actually a trash DJ.
Yo, it's so much harder not to laugh when you can't laugh.
What's so funny?
It's just my fat ass eating all of his candy.
Yo, if you're on YouTube right now, Ethan, okay, I have a stack. Yo, zoom into that candy over there. I have a stack of candy. Ethan just took his hand in and just grabbed out a whole handful and smacked it on my table. Yo, zoom into this. Look at this.
Oh, fuck. I spilled the sugar.
This is just the aftermath. He still has 10 more stuck inside of his pockets.
Probably.
Oh. You want to toss him 9 more?
No. It's good.
Watch 5 minutes from now. He's gonna be I need more. He needs to re-up.
Yo, I hate those candies. You have no idea. I do not touch those candies. Every single person who comes here munches on them. And I've been watching.
I think the only place I've really eaten candy in the last year is here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hate candy that much. I don't go out of my way to buy it anymore.
Yeah.
When I was I don't know, 8. You hit the 7-Eleven, get those 5-cent candies. I don't think they're 5 cents anymore though.
No.
Were they 10?
No, they took them all out because everyone would just steal them.
True. Yeah.
Oh, they took them out?
Yeah, there's literally no more.
Mm-hmm.
Say a word. I didn't know that. Dang. There goes my childhood. Rest in peace. Anyways, sorry, back to what you were saying. How you
Oh yeah, how I I'll take advice when I work with other DJs or just even watching videos of, people I look up to. But as far as the main thing, I'd say just practice makes perfect. Doing shows and seeing, what works live, what doesn't work. And then, taking my advice for the next one, I guess.
What are some things that you found that don't work out when you go live?
There's a lot of things. There's a whole lot of things that don't work if you try to force it. I remember one example, back when I was 13, 14, doing these mid-school shows. That's what I started with, was my mid-school shows. And I would play what I liked the best at the time, which was a lot of dance music and hip hop music, when I really had to like cater to like what the majority of the people there would like, which was more like pop music. So I'd be playing like, I don't know, like Diplo's new remix, and in reality they're like, where's the Taylor Swift at?
Oh,
So
no.
there's lots of examples. It depends on the crowd, because I don't as much anymore, but I used to do like everything from like birthday parties to weddings. It was like really like vast. So I do like a birthday party for like 16-year-old kids, and they'd be like wanting whatever, like new hip hop dance music, and then I do a wedding for like 50-year-olds later, and then it's like complete opposite.
How do you figure that out? Like, how do you figure out what the crowd wants? Because you're going from 12 to 50. That's a gap.
Yeah,
A huge gap.
I mean, I kind of figure it out based on, kind of testing, like with experience. Like I'll like, if I do a wedding and they like certain artists, certain genre, I'll kind of stick with it. But as far as like the actual time that I'm performing goes, then it's, like if I play a song and they react well to it, then I'll play more that are super similar to that, whether it's the same artist, same genre. But now that I've been doing shows for a bit, it's like I have like set lists that I won't necessarily stick, song after song, but it gives me an idea of like for each kind of like type of event, I'll have, like a list of music that'll kind of usually works for me.
How do you do they usually like tell you what they want, or do you just like?
That's another thing too, is I'll always take song requests. It's hard when I do like nowadays I'm doing like bigger shows a lot more, to where, when there's like crowds compared to just people there, it's hard to, really take requests, and I kind of have to like, do what I believe and then what works for me. But as far as like, wedding, anyone can come up to my DJ booth and ask whatever.
Because weddings are, I feel like, because people go crazy on their weddings. Like, have you heard of photographers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like the photographer didn't pay me, or I didn't pay the photographer, I'm suing you, suing that. You've heard those stories, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of the time too, like as the night goes on, people will dance more, but people also like get a little more tipsy, to where it'll be like, you didn't play my new Adele that dropped 5 minutes ago. I'm going to fire you on the spot. But no, for the most part, they're just like, happy to have, I think, a decent DJ that, like, because there's some DJs that don't take song requests, that just like think, that they know it perfectly. And I think a lot of the time you kind of have to really just like cater like
to the people.
You're getting hired, but you're still like, it's a customized thing. Like it's for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to make it as much for them as possible. Yeah.
Do you think a lot of DJs struggle with that in like the beginning stages? To really, because I'm guessing they're trying to hone their craft.
Yeah. I think a little bit. I think pretty quickly they'll catch on, because the main goal is really just to like, cater to what the crowd wants. And if the crowd's telling you like exactly what they want, you don't have to necessarily like, read how they react to certain things and guess. So if someone's requesting, or if I have multiple requests for the same artist, just different songs, then I'll play a lot of that artist, or a lot of people they work with, a lot of, it's kind of like, say you're on Spotify, you're listening to whatever artist, and it's like recommended artists to, or like recommended songs to listen to. It's basically that in my mind 24/7.
So you're always thinking about, whoa, so if someone doesn't tell you anything, you're just sitting there like, I hope you guys love this music.
I mean, if people like are,
I guess you have to read the crowd too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like if people are like, say for a wedding, if people are like sitting at their like dinner tables and are just like having conversation, I know I have to, do something different to try to like bring people to like the dance floor. Or if it's a school dance and people are, having conversation more than like dancing at a school dance, then I gotta, like do something to, change it.
What is usually the like percentage of people you see moving? Because I'm pretty like, when I'm at a party personally, I like to talk.
Yeah.
I'm not too big into the dancing, but I enjoy the music.
Yeah, that's part of it. And I think it depends like on the show. Like I can't expect people to be dancing for like 3 hours straight at a birthday party. But I mean, say for like a concert, a lot of people are, like that's what they're there for, is to, like not really dance, I guess, but like to like turn up or whatever. So it varies a lot, but hopefully the majority of people, I guess. That's the general answer.
So you've really honed into that though. So you know what you're doing.
I like to think so, yeah.
I'm guessing you take requests and then you just build off of that.
A lot of the time. Like, I mean, I'm not going to go into it like blindly and like not have any idea, but at the same time too, like you never know. Like I can't really like judge somebody based on, like what they look like to listen to. I have to kind of test out the waters. And then if they play requests, that makes it easier or like request songs, then I can play them. And obviously I'll know that if majority of people are requesting certain things, that's what the majority of people will want to hear, I guess.
That's true. What's like the craziest show you've done?
There's like a lot of different crazies. Like there is like crazy, like, 3,000 people, the crowds, all turning up, all, enjoying it. And there's crazy like, cops busted in the party and, people getting arrested and people hiding in washrooms.
Oh,
so it varies quite a bit.
I'd say Tyga.
Tyga?
I don't know. Tyga was a good one. We opened for Tyga.
Well, I mean, like Alan ate shit on his set.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Wait, you actually ate it? Or like
BMK, yeah, it was like the first show I really did working with BMK, and he like ran on like the first song, you run on stage just or whatever to get the crowd going, and there was like an open wire and he just tripped and like face first like right at the opening. That was like I think his first big show too. That was
big show, big fault.
I don't know, 1,000 people or so, 1,500 people.
For Tyga, Calgary's actually lacking, bro. Simply put.
Yeah.
That Tyga show was insane though. Like, especially how they ended it. Like, Tyga said, like, let me get some girls on stage or whatever. And everyone just, like, rushed the whole stage. And that was basically it. Like, they ushered Tyga off the stage. And then that was just it.
And I mean, he's done enough shows to, like, not be surprised that would kind of be the outcome. But, like, even me, like, I put on a show of my own, like, rented a venue and hired artists and marketed whatever. So from my, like, I was like seeing it from like the crowd's perspective to where it just looks all fun. But like, I was thinking like, as far as the company putting this on, unless they like requested that could have gone a lot worse for insurance wise. Like if one person touches Tyga the wrong way or accidentally bumps into him, it could, or falls off the stage and gets injured. There's a lot of risks.
Oh, I haven't actually thought too much about that. Yeah, because you do all of the fundamentals when it comes to marketing your team. Which is esoteric.
That's right. Yeah.
So they just rushed the dude. It's Tyga. What did he expect?
It was like he was like, oh, whatever. Like, and last song, about to head off, and he's like, oh, for this, let's get like all these girls come on stage and turn up with me.
Well, no, he's like, let me get like 3 girls on stage with us, right? And he like picked out like 3,
okay.
And then just like the whole stage just got rushed.
Yeah, because he didn't pick out 3. He's like, just 3 girls come up, and when there's 800 girls there, we're not gonna miss out on a chance to get Tyga on their story. So
that's true. The clout never ceases.
Exactly. Yeah, but I'm glad, like, from what I know at least, nothing bad happened. No one fell off the stage or nothing.
Well, BMK fell.
Well, no
BMK
injuries.
fell on the stage. No one fell off the stage. Like at the end, yeah.
Did what song was BMK opening with? Do you remember?
I think it's this song off his one album. It's F Word With Me Now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not swearing. Ethan's on
Ethan's on
18. I'm on PG. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Dylan's mom. How you doing? Dylan's a good lad.
Hey, Michelle.
So did the concert just end, like, once that happened, I'm guessing?
It didn't end because of that. Like, that was the last song, so they were planning on wrapping it up. But yeah, he just like, he probably was aware that, not 3 girls were going to come up and it would kind of be all crazy like that. But it didn't like end because of that. It was just,
well, I mean, there was like no like proper outro or anything. It was kind of just like music kind of just faded out, stopped playing.
And just walked downstairs.
That's true.
Like he didn't say like, oh yeah, have a good night, Calgary, or like, thanks for the show or anything. He just kind of just like peaced out.
I thought it was because he said like, oh, for the last song, people come up, but maybe you're right. I don't remember.
He's Tyga. He can kind of do what he wants.
Very true.
He's like chilling. He's
especially
vibing.
From what I know, he wasn't like on any tour or anything. So like when artists like that level are requested to come like straight to a certain city, and like for him, he took like private jet straight here. he probably got paid like another 50% what he usually charges.
Probably. Don't they charge like
10K?
Yeah, like minimum or more.
I don't know for Tyga, but if I were to guess, it would be between 100 and 150K.
Shoot.
Yeah.
That's a lot for 1,500 people. You did not make your money back.
I don't know. I don't even remember what they were charging for tickets, but
oh yeah, because you guys are back.
Yeah, like that wasn't our show. Like it was a different company that put that one on. But even if they made or lost money, it says on here under 100K. But 100K. My guess, that's probably for like maybe tour shows, or it could be old. Considering that picture is like 6 years old.
Well, I mean, that's where he peaked. Let's be honest.
I like Tyga's music.
He's kind of
he's still in the clubs and stuff. But yeah, I get you. I've seen him on TikTok a lot lately. He's killing
TikTok's the vibe. Jason Derulo took over.
Oh yeah.
He really put his part in.
There was a picture I saw somewhere, but they were saying like since Tyga joined TikTok, his streams just shot back up again. So
not surprised.
Yeah,
Jason Derulo jumped on that at the right time.
Yeah,
like big facts. You guys post your stuff on TikTok too for marketing?
A little bit. We need to get better at it because like we're starting to see how big of a platform it is and how much bigger it's gonna get. So as far as like the artists that we work with and their music, a lot of it's like on there, but it's not really pushed like that. But what we're starting to do is get a lot of these TikTok influencers and doing like dance challenges and, you know, even shout outs in general.
So he's a TikToker.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll talk business after then. Cause we got something in the works right now. One of our artists, Kayam, has a new song out and this is like the first one that we're starting to utilize like TikTok big time on. So.
You guys paying them? Or are you just asking them for help? Because most of these TikTokers, like he gets paid.
Yeah.
Like every other one, they get paid. Like anyone over like $1 million, it's like 1,500 or more.
Yeah, we've been reaching out. Like we've got a lot of like contacts that have followers that are, you know, just doing it for exposure. Like we'll be like, hey, if you've got, you know, whatever followers, we might not pay you like the same rate that whatever company might pay, but in return, since you're from Calgary and we're from Calgary, when we, you know, put you on a feed post for 10,000 followers, whatever, you can gain a lot more exposure. And when all these people that are going to be looking at your profile are artists that might pay you your full rate, we might get you twice the business just because of that.
A marketing tactic. I like that.
But at the same time, like for this project here, we also are paying some of these bigger ones too. So it's a bit of both.
Okay, that's good. So you're getting everyone up in the biz.
Yeah, exactly. But I've seen like, what is it? Charlie D'Amelio, she's charging like 30K now.
No, now it's like 75 minimum.
Not surprised for how much, like seeing from like an artist perspective, how much that can convert.
Yeah.
Like, because she'll do it, but then when you got like 80 million followers, all these other people are going to do it. Like it's just, you're like a trendsetter at that point.
There's a guy here in Calgary, he got Dixie to use his audio.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the guy that made that song Stunnin', right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Curtis Waters and Harm Franklin.
Is it Harm Franklin? I'm thinking about. It's a black guy. Can't remember. He's the older guy.
Huh.
Curtis. That guy's popping off.
For sure.
Everyone always leaves Calgary. Y'all stay in Calgary. Stop leaving.
I mean, yeah. It's hard to stay, like, if you want to take, I mean, it's not impossible, but if you want to take your music to, like, you know, what you were, like, originally thinking of, it's hard because a lot of these tools are in places like LA and Toronto, a lot of these bigger cities.
Yeah.
But what I just appreciate still is, you know, like, working towards having a scene in Calgary too. So, like, whatever, leave, if you want to even move to another city, I get it because of how much it can help your career.
Yeah.
But, like, I think a lot of artists, not even in Calgary, but just wherever, like, they'll get their first bit of traction and then it's almost like embarrassing to say they're from Calgary because there's not like, it's not like, oh, I'm from Toronto because there's already like a scene there. It's, I don't know, but.
No, I can feel that because there's not much going on in Calgary.
Yeah. I mean, like even like the example that comes to mind for me was, Jack Harlow, because he came from like this like small town in like Kentucky and there was like nobody that like came from there. So, but he like repped it, and that's also like what got him a lot of recognition is since he shouted out this kind of small town that like was like might have been like embarrassing to say you're from or whatever. I think that whole small town, you know, like backed him up because how much they appreciated that. So I think the same way if an artist started to get some traction in Calgary and then, you know, is like really like, you know, putting on for Calgary, a lot of these other artists in Calgary will like appreciate that artist a lot more. And I think just the general, like, you know, like respect will be higher.
Yeah, we need that. Like, it's like you guys are doing it pretty well.
I think so, yeah. There's a lot of like, you know, room to improve with everything, but at the same time too, I feel like you know, it's getting closer to more artists coming out of Calgary and just a lot more, like I see a lot more bigger artists coming to Calgary and I see a lot more better quality music and better quality projects and just not even with music, but just like creative art in general. Like I see Calgary expanding a lot more now and I see in the future it's going to be, you know, equivalent to cities like Vancouver, Toronto, etc.
Yeah, but you guys technically at the peak, I'd have to say. You guys are pretty much peaking. Like for like, not like peak of like
Calgary or peak of our careers. Like we're going down from here.
Yeah, going down. No, you guys are pushing it's like Calgary's here and you guys are pushing it. Like you're pulling the thread.
I mean,
but you're like the top of the thread essentially. Because everyone, even like because most people don't know TikTokers are from Calgary.
That's true. Yeah, I've seen a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, there's a lot. Because like Daytree, she used to be, not anymore, but everyone thought she lived in the US.
Oh yeah.
So when they see her in the street, they'd be like, "Oh, I thought you lived in the US." She's like, "No,
that's true.
I live out here in Calgary," which is sad because the moment anyone blows up, you automatically think LA. Yeah,
because they're not used to like
anywhere else, right?
Here. Yeah, exactly.
And if you say you're from Canada, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're from Toronto or Vancouver."
Exactly.
Calgary doesn't come up. Saskatchewan will never come up.
I mean,
Saskatchewan will never come
never.
up. Never.
There's one artist.
Don't even try.
What is it? I think his name's YSN Flow from like, what is he? He's like Saskatoon.
Ooh.
He's actually growing. Like he's probably bigger now than anyone that I've seen in Calgary, at least, maybe even Alberta.
Oh snap! I'm wrong.
He's on the list because we're opening. Hopefully it's going to be October. We were supposed to open up for Lil TJ and that was like, what was it, like end of March and then September and then October. Now it's October 2021. But
2021.
Yeah, this YSN Flow guy is opening up for TJ in, I think, Saskatoon. Somewhere in Saskatchewan. No. Like we're doing the Calgary show and he's doing, because TJ's going on like a whole tour around Canada. Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know anything came out of there. Simply put.
Yeah, I think he's the only one I've really heard of, but shout out to him.
What's his following count, do you know?
Around 20K, I think. He's got like 150,000 Spotify like monthly listeners. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty much mainstream at that point, low-key.
He's getting close. He's definitely got a lot of people like Canadian wise, but also just worldwide, like that are recognizing him, like bigger artists. So I think he's definitely getting close. And I think, you know, doing these big shows, opening for these, you know, like, you know, big celebrities is that like push that kind of separates the two.
Yeah.
Especially just like fans wise, but like content wise, if they're seeing you, you know, doing big shows, it's going to make, you know, people like go from like, you know, a household name or whatever to, you know, like people talking about you a lot more. And it's definitely like a conversation starter. So in these like smaller cities that are like not getting any shows at all over like 100 people, it's hard to be like, you know, showing you might have the potential or quality of music, but you might not just have the opportunity to get that show. So
that's true. I feel like you start to blow up from like, once you're like anywhere from 20 to 30K, you kind of,
I think, you get like a lot of connections. I think in music especially, but like everywhere too, you get a lot of connections that like are bigger that kind of like co-sign you a bit. Whether it's, you know, through shout outs or if you're sharing with someone they know. It's kind of like a, you know, food chain. So
yeah,
someone with 20K might know someone with 100K and 100K might know someone with 1 million. And
that's true. And so far, so forth.
Exactly.
What's the biggest guy you know personally?
Like most famous guy I know?
Yeah, who would like shout your stuff out?
I'd have to think. I mean, there's people that I'm like friends with that have decent followings. Like one example, like I don't know if that's the most famous, but one example is this guy Trill Tega that performed at our show in the UK. That we came and he flew to Calgary for a show here because he used to do music here. He's got some like 20K now, but he's, getting a lot of cosigns like we talked about from bigger artists, like the one artist Skepta in the UK. He's, huge. He's got like 2 or 3 million followers. And now I see Chill Tega in Skepta's new music video, and he's following a lot of the artists that he works with. And now last week he's on the cover of Vogue magazine, Chill Tega. So
shoot,
he's definitely, see the potential. And I see him growing a lot more. But I don't know. I've talked to a lot of people, but like I say, as far as like friendships go, he's the first one that comes to mind.
See, that's like, to put that back into perspective, it's hard to stay in Calgary and make those connections.
Exactly. Yeah. And he, started here, and I don't think he really moved to the UK for music necessarily. I think it was more like a family thing, because music started to pop off once he left Calgary and went to the UK.
Okay.
But yeah. And I think a lot of the times that's the case.
When you move, you tend to blow up more.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot, not always, but I've seen a lot of people.
Die, people die when they have a painting or music and then they just blow up.
A lot of the time, yeah.
I feel like there's just so many more opportunities anywhere else but Calgary, right? Like you can only get so big in Calgary before like you run out of like things to do, right?
Yeah.
Like in the US, you can just be like meeting like Britney Spears on the street or something. Like there's just like so many more connections. There's so many more big people in these big cities that it's just easy to work up, right?
For sure.
With like Calgary, like you're at the top, and then it's like, well, it's like what now?
And everyone else
kind of like, I think you kind of like max out on how much you can do.
Yeah, I like at a certain point,
you're maxing out the Calgary clout.
Yeah, because even like relating to Kayam, I think I know a lot of people who know him. A lot of them don't follow him though. They just know of him.
Yeah.
And it's like,
tends to be the case.
Yeah. It's not even like they're supporting the cause. They're just like, oh yeah, I know of him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like the pinnacle of city clout.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like, they don't look at it as like someone to like, I don't know if invest into is the right word, but like see, like having a lot of potential, like be something, because Calgary hasn't had any examples of, local, like went to school with him. Now it's,
he's this and that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, like Toronto, obviously, but even like Vancouver, I'm seeing a lot more. There's a lot more shows. Like I'm seeing shows that like I haven't even like heard of before. And even like one of the big examples, there's a music festival, Faded in the Park. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No.
But it's like half EDM music and half hip hop music. And it brings in about, I think, just over 40,000 people.
Whoa.
And we got lucky because earlier this year, we were, asked to have a set on Faded in the Park in Vancouver. And I was like, okay, and this is a, perfect example of, somewhere outside of Calgary, not to like ditch Calgary, but like somewhere outside of Calgary, we can kind of, grow and get a little recognition to where it's kind of
opportunity though.
Yeah, it's kind of two cities that both, actually like we have kind of like roots in. But of course, COVID came around and said no show. So
that actually slowed you guys down. 'Cause you had big plans.
A lot. I remember like not even with, these big shows working with these artists, but like even me just doing like mobile stuff a little for, like income on the side. I first week, I think it was like mid-March, first week when everything kind of shut down, I had 5 shows canceled within a week, and I was like, okay, this is, how it's going to be. But yeah. I think now we're just kind of like learning. You can kind of like be bummed about it. And even like here with this track Bonita with Kayam, like we originally were planning to release it. I think we were planning to release it like June, maybe July, like start of summer. And we're like, well, we see good potential in the track, but COVID's going on. We can't perform it live for that extra push. Some of these, contacts we have might not be able to do their thing, whether it's DJs playing it at clubs or whatever, because there's not those type of, shows anymore. So back when we were thinking June, July, we're like, okay, let's wait a couple more months. Hopefully, restrictions go down just a little bit.
Who is it? Hang up. Is it recording? Okay, cool. Sorry, someone's calling me.
Okay, yeah. But like I think we started to realize after a couple months of like waiting to see if restrictions would lift or anything would change, it's, kind of went from waiting it out to like having to kind of adapt to the situation So now we're like, okay, how can we utilize this instead of just kind of like stalling? Like we're not going to, move anywhere if we just keep waiting
So you guys have
things
to
out.
adapt.
Yeah, exactly. So we're like, okay, what can we do differently that can, take advantage of this situation? And whether it's, reaching out to people like on TikTok to do extra marketing or planning possibly like, even if it's a live stream set, we could do a live stream set that's just like from a studio or from a home and people can tune in because I've, talked about it and I feel like the same way that, artists are just like waiting to do another big show. There's the fans that go to those shows are waiting for another big show just as much because that's, what they love to do.
No, that's true though. Yeah.
Same with me. Like I like performing at all these like big shows, but just as much as that, I love attending them. Like I've been waiting for a while to go to that's that EDM festival in Calgary. Do you know?
I don't know. I thought you were talking about
Chasing
Coachella.
Summer.
Is that the thing you just referenced?
Sorry?
Did you just reference that like a few minutes ago or no?
That was called Faded in the Park. That one's in Vancouver. This one's like an EDM one in Calgary. It's called Chasing Summer. And that one I was, planning on going this year as well, but
that got canceled.
I think, it's got to have been
Stampede got canceled.
Stampede got canceled, and that's got a lot more people than any of those shows.
That is true. What do you think about the whole like Corona situation?
It's very, unfortunate. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that are, seeing it as like, oh, now I can't go to my parties anymore. But at the same time too, like I can't be too, like selfish about it. Like obviously there's a lot of like stuff that I wish I could be doing, but it's not going to change any much if I just do it anyways type of thing. So, taking the precautions I can take and, being safe as much as I can, hopefully things will start to get better. I think just people need to all be on the same page about that though. Like, cause I think right now half the people are like taking these, precautions super strictly. And then the other half are like out of patience and they're, kind of doing stuff anyways. And that's why it's just slowly getting more cases or slowly like kind of staying still.
So you got the left side, the right side, people were doing stuff.
Yeah.
And then they're just evening out the playing grounds now.
Well, I feel like it's getting really hard to like stay extra safe right now because I feel like everyone's just so bored and they just want to do something, right?
Well, it's true. Even like you guys Kyron just released a song on Friday. And I bet you if it wasn't Corona, you'd probably the biggest party going on right now.
Yeah, we'd be hopefully planning a show or something at least to, have a big release with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I feel like, because like even TJ, for example, again, like it's pushed back to October 2021, which is a little later than even I was thinking. Like I've talked to some people like that, like put on these shows or managers and this and that. And they've said their guess at this point is, like March, April next year, they'll start up again, or at least smaller scale and work up. But I don't know.
What are like the best ways? Because now you have to figure out new ways to market, right?
Yeah.
Because usually it'd probably be the audience comes, you tell them to post this stuff while they're there. It's on everyone's stories.
And even if we don't tell them, they tend to do it anyways.
Yeah. So now how are you guys, because now you kind of have to force it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to kind of like, I think a lot of people have to really get creative with it and think of, ways that, they can do. Because it's not like, I mean, there hasn't really been like a coronavirus like this before, like at least at this extreme, to where it's not like, oh, last time this is what worked well. People have to really start getting creative and,
think about what to do.
Yeah, like create something to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've seen like live stream shows and that seems to be working well for music people. There's a lot of live stream releases where they'll like premiere an album or premiere a new track early that you kind of like support the artist when they're not getting all these shows by, buying a ticket for this kind of like release that might have some, like extra, effect or extra bonus type of thing. So it's hard to give too many examples because we're, it's still in the works.
Yeah, you guys still figuring that out.
Yeah,
so like, I actually have a question. How come it took you guys Why did you? So you initially said you're waiting because of Corona, right? That's why you didn't release it in July.
Right. Yeah.
So why did it take you guys so long?
I mean, there's a lot of planning. There's some of it that's been laid out already, but we have a lot of planning to do as far as how we're marketing this song. And, you know, there was also a whole video. Like, it wasn't just the release of the song to put out. It was, you know, when we're going to, you know, really like go 100%. Like, by the time we were talking about releasing it in June or July, like the song wasn't even like finally recorded. It was, you know, part of it was, and we had, you know, how it's going to sound, but we had to, you know, get things re-recorded and get back to the studio. And then after all that, we knew we'd want the music video to drop the same time the song did. So as far as Esoteric, we planned set design for the whole music video, and we wanted this one to tell a storyline. So I don't know if you've seen the video, but it's kind of like he kind of like walks into this like restaurant, and then this girl's like there with her boyfriend, and he kind of like steals her and then goes to this party with her, and then the like angry boyfriend calls up his boys and like crashes the party.
Yeah, I saw it. Dude, BMK looked dope in that.
Yeah,
like with the hat, I was like, damn.
Yeah, I saw him. We had a little release party, and I saw him there, and he was nervous because I thought he had seen the video and he hadn't seen it. Like the premiere was when he saw it for the first time. Oh. So like all finalized. So he was nervous the whole time that he wasn't gonna, you know, look that good, but he said at the very end he loved it. Yeah, it
was very good cinematic wise. Really good.
Yeah. I'm glad. I think like I really liked that it, you know, like even if it wasn't perfect or, you know, really shocking, it like had like at least an entertaining storyline to where it wasn't just like cool shot number 1 and 2, and we had different locations, so it wasn't, you know, the stereotypical, like I mean some of them are cool, but like it wasn't the stereotypical, you know, mansion and car and models, and like we thought we were trying to think of how we could be creative with it too, and that's not like something that you can't do outside of coronavirus, but I think it like kind of inspired us to, you know, see what we could do, and I think outside of the box.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I really enjoyed that video. I watched it a few times, not gonna lie.
I think it's doing pretty good. Our main goal, you know, is to get in the first 72 hours, we're trying to get to 10,000 views, and it's looking like we'll pass it. So I'm happy.
Yeah, last time I checked, it was like 8.6, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 8.7, 8.8 now. It's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I think the TikTok is really pushing it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that was the first time, like, there was like other songs that released that we didn't ask or do any plan for, but people were starting to, you know, do like a couple TikToks to it. And we just like couldn't see because there's no like direct conversion like from TikTok views to like song streams. But this one here, we've, you know, pushed a bit more, and there's, I don't know, like first 2 days, there's 60 something TikToks made to it. And we're trying to get, you know, first week, we're trying to get to 100, and it's looking like we'll do that. So I think it's converting, and I think stream wise, we can see it's working. So hopefully we'll just, you know, keep on that for this release, and then also for future releases. We'll try to think of, you know, other creative ways that, whether it's, you know, a dance challenge or something else. I kind of like see what I like to watch on TikTok, because I watch TikTok too much.
What do you usually watch on TikTok? Like comedy, the memes, the cartoons, Among Us.
Me and Ethan's TikTok is pretty cursed now.
Mine is weird. My feed is horrendous.
It went from like,
I showed this to my feed. It didn't make any sense.
It went from like dance challenges to like videos that made me uncomfortable so much I just have to skip.
Like, I mean, like my TikTok right now, it's just like my humor is absolutely just gone to shit.
Yeah, it's just expired.
It's just like such stupid shit. I just find so funny for some reason.
It'd be like this bread has peanut butter on it.
Literally.
No, I'm allergic.
Not peanut butter. We got just like just butter.
That's the kind of TikToks I'll be watching. This bread has peanut butter on it. No, I'm allergic. Sorry,
like,
what were you saying?
I'm trying to think of examples. Like
that was an example.
Like, don't even do it. You're gonna make me look like I'm
pulling out. You're gonna make me
look like I'm crazy. I know what the last one I sent you was. Skip that one.
Kanye running across the stage.
Oh no, the like.
Oh, the spaghetti noodle one.
Don't play it. Don't play it though, because we get copyright.
The audio is not on.
Oh, it's not.
I turned it all the way down. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing one of those guys.
Show me the video while he tells it.
Which one? The spaghetti noodle one?
Yeah. We'll do that later.
Show the camera, yo. Show the camera. Just show it.
Yeah, no.
No,
later.
okay.
Not
like,
that one.
It went from like, the only example that still is weird.
How bad is this TikTok of yours?
Well,
I remember like, go.
Let me explain this TikTok. So this, like the spaghetti noodle filter.
I didn't mean that one. I didn't mean that one.
You can like move and like everything's like spaghetti.
Yeah.
Looks like spaghetti, right?
My mom and teacher are watching this.
Well,
never mind then.
If you're the mom and the teacher, just
do you edit the podcast?
Do I edit it myself?
Yeah.
I have a whole team.
No, like I mean, like, do you cut parts out?
Oh yeah, we do. We do special segments.
All right, just cut this part out real quick.
But why?
Remember to cut
Why?
this part. My teacher is going to be watching this podcast.
This guy put like emojis.
Okay, 41.
He put like emojis over.
There's like a
the
spaghetti
screen,
filter that
right?
makes like everything look like noodles.
Yeah, I already explained that. And he put like emojis all over the screen and like kind of put like a dark kind of film over it so the TikTok algorithm can't take it down. But he's just fucking jerking off.
He's just stroking and shit. Yeah.
I hate how I have to edit this out.
Now,
aren't you glad I told you to cut it though?
No, I don't even want to cut it anymore. Is someone calling me? Dude, swipe up and put me on Do Not Disturb.
Maybe you do like a little blooper part.
A little blooper part. Did you swipe
that's
up?
like.
Oh, well, I mean, Dylan didn't want me in the interview in the first place, so.
I didn't say that. I just said.
You know what? I'm gonna put that
it.
in because you guys want to listen to it.
My teacher is gonna be like, no credits for you.
Teacher can.
I'm sorry, Michelle.
Yeah, sorry, mom.
Okay. Anyways, what are you talking about originally?
The original TikTok I was like gonna say, it was like, 42, 48. That's what you gotta say.
It's 41. It's from like 41 to 42.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I meant. But like it went from like your general like random internet like meme that it's like, oh, blank fell off the trampoline and got injured, to like this guy who like clipped like a picture, like a design into his like toenails. I
So
sent that to
he
you.
like
Like,
cut
it's
his
like
nails, so
Yeah.
it's like sharp.
It's like, it looks like a shark
It looks
teeth.
like a saw blade.
That's crazy.
I was hesitant about that one because they're gonna think I'm like into toes now. They're gonna think
I
like,
used to do that when I was younger. I'd cut my fingernails like that so I can scratch my sister.
I don't know.
Whoa,
I don't know who this guy is.
dude. You got some other stories you want to tell?
I'll save it for later.
Good answer.
Honestly, yo, kids, we do weird stuff.
Fuck, I hate kids so much.
I do not like children either.
I sure hope my ski coach association doesn't see this.
His ski coach.
I love my kids.
Clip.
I love my skiing kids.
Clip it.
Yeah.
Yeah, TikTok is weird. So do you guys like make the videos yourselves? Like you and Esoteric, is that your entire crew that makes the videos, or is that through a different label? Or
I mean, like, it's not really a label. It's more just like a collective marketing team. But as far as the TikToks go, we'll like give advice, like even for like Kayam, like I was like, hey, it's a good idea right when the song drops to. This is going ASMR.
sorry.
I was like, this is a good idea, like right when the song drops, before a lot of these TikToks are made. Make one yourself so they know who Kayam is, and then if yours if people are tagging you when they post theirs, you'll the what you call it, the like
The algorithm.
The word, yeah, like it'll kind of like basically direct to them, and then that way, they can convert a lot better from streams to or from views to streams. So like compared to seeing Bonita by Kayam as like the sound, it'll be like tagging Kayam and they can go straight to his Instagram and see the YouTube link. They can see other music he's put out, other like freestyles, a lot more of his content.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of give advice, but as far as like the dance challenge, I know nothing about that. So like
He made his own dance, right?
yeah, there was like a really simple dance that this other girl, Adeline, she's like got like 50, 60K on TikTok.
It's lightweight.
Yeah. And
all I gotta say. Anyone get
And
50K?
I can't get 50K. I've been thinking about putting out TikToks, but I just embarrass
Your
myself.
TikToks are shit, Dylan.
I have one TikTok and it wasn't even like trying to be good.
What was it?
It was like, What was it?
Wasn't it like you flexing that you're in like Hawaii or something?
No, it was like,
so guys, I have so much money.
it was like, oh, life is good. It was really cheesy, but it was like, life is good. It was just only like highlights of my like last year.
Oh, okay. Your like Snapchat highlights. It's like Snapchat memories.
It was like a little edit I made. I was proud of it at the time. It's really cheesy now. Hopefully, like they don't find that when they like search up DJ Dillion, but
you can find it, send it to me.
I wish I went TikTok famous from that one TikTok I made. Dude, I still find that funny.
I got 115, 120 views on my TikTok, and he posts one that's like in his camera roll, and he gets like 35k views. Like that's like the only video he has too. Like,
hey, it was a good video.
No,
it was like zooming in on his snap map.
Well, I don't know. I saw this one like on TikTok, and I was like, "Yo, this TikTok has so much potential. Let me just like steal it real quick, right?"
Yeah.
And it was just this guy zooming up on these islands in the, what is it, like the
Dubai Islands with the names?
the world islands.
Yeah,
because that was like a project that the prince there was working on for real estate. They were gonna make like little islands that represent the whole world.
I didn't realize that was real estate. I thought they just got bored.
No, like they built like literally they like took sand out of the ocean because like that whole bay is really shallow. So they just like dredged the sand up on these islands, and it was supposed to be like a huge hotel kind of complex thing, but they kind of just ran out of money because all of the islands started to like literally wash away.
Yeah, I swear they got bored.
They're called like Alberta and like Texas. And
I saw Toronto over there too.
Yeah.
I was like, is that legal?
So could you technically move from like Alberta?
Yeah, I used to live in Alberta. Now I'm in Alberta.
Well, there's no houses on them.
Just sand.
It's just sand dunes. Well, how do you build on sand, Dylan?
Like PEI is slowly disappearing.
Well, everything is really.
I build a sand castle. It's like actually like
disappearing. You build a sand castle, live in the castle.
Yeah, if it's an island, there's enough sand. I could just.
Bro, that's all of the sand.
Make like a sand igloo.
Deal.
You could do that in Dubai. It's nice there. You can honestly survive.
So bad.
What's that?
I want to go to Dubai so bad.
I've been there.
I get stoned to death though.
I had one of my old friends from. Okay. I had one of my old friends from like middle school who moved to Dubai, and I still talk to her once in a while. And just seeing how different life is from like in Calgary to there, it just seems like it's like in the future.
Dubai?
Yeah.
Honestly, overrated. Just saying. I went, spent like 2 weeks there, I think. Did everything you could do.
They definitely had their peak. You know, and their peak was with the oil and gas and the real estate agency, right?
But what you got to remember,
they were building like insane buildings, like back to back,
10 years ago, I think.
Right?
Yeah.
And they kind of just like stopped because the 2008 like the stock crash, right?
Yeah,
that really screwed up Dubai in their development process. That's why the world islands didn't finish.
Oh, that's because I thought that was something that happened recently.
No, they completely just ran out of money. It all really happened in like 2008, 2009 when the economy just went to shit. So they really had their moment, and then now they're just
Dubai.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, it's a little overrated because like Dubai, so you can't become a citizen unless you like pay a ton of money, because then you get like you can buy real estate, you can do all this stuff, and you make bank off of it, and they give you. I think they give you a Rolex for becoming a citizen. Something weird. I think it's like $1 million to become a citizen or something.
Huh.
Yeah, so all the people you see posting on their social media with all the cars and lavish and whatnot, those are just the sheiks.
Yeah.
No one else lives like that. It's like that is like the epitome of just seeing the 1% of a country and thinking that's everything.
Well, I don't know if you know about Dubai, but like they have a really strict rule. If you can't afford something, like if you go in debt with like a business, like you're basically like screwed, like you're going to jail or whatever. Like there's like a huge parking lot by the airport, and there's like Ferraris and Lamborghinis just parked collecting dust because like they couldn't afford them, so they were just thrown in jail.
Did not know that.
There's like a huge famous car kind of like dead zone. Like there's so many rare Ferraris and like everything. So like people are always trying to like import them into like the US or something.
Didn't know that. I don't know if that's like facts or not, but
could be not.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
The only thing I remember about Dubai is that I read this as like in like a fact book. In 2017, Dubai held 95% of the world's cranes.
Cranes. I believe that.
Yeah, because they were doing like crazy.
I do
real estate.
believe that. They had the biggest building, the Burj Khalifa. Yeah. The thing is tall. I went up in it.
I think like a third of the building's not even functional.
I think so. I don't know what they do up there though, because you can just go to like the top. It's not the very top, and just look down.
Yeah,
so exciting.
I don't know if I would move there, but I definitely want to go sometime, at least once, to go like check it out and
like what's the hype about?
Yeah, basically.
Where would you want to go if you could go anywhere in the world? I'd be so disappointed if you just say Dubai.
Oh, I thought you meant where I want to go in Dubai.
No, where would you go anywhere in the world?
I want to go to Tokyo. So
Tokyo?
I can go skiing, yeah. Like
skiing?
In the winter, yeah.
They have winter?
That would be cool. I've seen
Tokyo has winter?
I've seen like indoor skiing in Tokyo.
I've seen that, yeah.
In Tokyo, it has like, it's like West Ed's water park, but just skiing.
Yeah, they have that too. That's kind of cool.
That low-key seems kind of fun.
Yeah. I don't know where I'd want to go. There's a lot of places.
Never mind. I want to go to the Autobahn in Germany.
Yeah. Just rent like a Ferrari.
I mean, I already treat Sarsi like the Autobahn, but whatever.
Pretty much.
You know, if I took my car there, my car would be like blown up in a day. I would just be ripping it so fast.
I don't know. I want to go. Lately, I've been talking about wanting to go to Japan a lot. And
are you a big fan of Pokemon?
A little bit.
It's a little bit. It's a lie.
I have.
He's a big fan. I swear, you were playing Pokemon Go.
Plays like Pokemon Go like every second of the day.
You still?
I stopped from the start. He does more than I do now.
I didn't realize that was still a thing.
I have like quite the stack of Pokemon cards when I was younger, and supposedly that was something that a friend that came over lost his mind to because it's worth like a couple $100. But
yeah, didn't you see Logan Paul's new video on YouTube where he bought like a $200,000 original edition collection, limited edition, first edition? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I saw it.
What is it? One of those Charizards are worth what, like $200K? Was it? Yeah, one card, $200,000. He pulled what? Three of them.
Huh.
His girlfriend pulled out two. He pulled out one, he pulled out one on the podcast, right? Was that on the podcast? Yeah, this guy made $600K.
That's crazy. Yeah,
don't ask me how I know, but they knew they were going to be pulling those cards because they can weigh the packet of the card packet before they actually open it up, since those ones are like metallic, so they know they're going to be opening up something big.
Ooh, that does make sense. Yeah,
if that was the case, I just don't know why more people wouldn't do that.
Wouldn't weigh it.
Yeah, that's like a whole thing though, and like the Pokemon kind of like
I thought they all come with
they all come with like a special one, right?
Yeah.
Or there's like other packs with like a special one, like, right? Like it's like kind of like a rare addition into the pack, but like there's like really good ones you can get, and then like there's kind of like meh ones you can get in there. And like the really good ones, they weigh heavier, like the card themselves, so they literally weigh the packet so they can see.
Really?
Without opening it, so it can stay original.
Yeah, I remember I was reading
like they
about
don't know exactly like what,
but they know it's a good card.
They'll know it's a good card.
I remember like reading about that like yesterday. I think one of these guys had a LeBron James like rookie card.
Yeah,
and I don't know what it was necessarily, but like apparently crazy rare, and he just sold it for $900K.
Shoo.
And then LeBron saw that and he tweeted out, "Oh, good thing I have two of those. I'll be set for life." So he's chilling. Yeah. But when I was younger, like I used to play baseball and do taekwondo and gymnastics and all these sports. I used to collect a lot of just like sports cards, like hockey cards, baseball cards. Like I've got folders that like have hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands. But
wow,
as far as Pokemon goes, like I know a little, but like the only reason that I like still kind of know Pokemon is because I play Pokemon Go a little bit. I like stuff.
That shit's fire though.
It is.
I never played that game.
It's underrated.
I never played it. Do I know why?
Why?
Because I was broke. I didn't have dad back then.
Oh yeah. I mean, it doesn't take too much, but it's still fun. Like it came out like what, 2016?
Was it 2012?
No, 2016.
2016, yeah.
But like even like 4 years later, like
wow, 4 years?
Yeah, like
it's been a lot longer than that.
Like we used to play a bit more than we do now, but like we'd go downtown like every once in a while because there's all like more stops.
You'd be like, yo, there's a fucking Zekrom right over there.
We were nerds. But we'd like go to like 17th Ave. And there's people that still play. Like we like play with like 10 people.
Oh,
like,
Pokemon Go had like this big like
time,
of like fast like yearly fast thing, right? And since it's Corona, they just like made it available to like everyone everywhere instead of it like usually being in like California or something, right?
Right.
So they had it like everywhere. So you'd be walking downtown, you'd see like everyone like just on their phones. They're like, oh, let's go do this, or like
you'd see literally like groups of people that kind of like migrate to like certain areas. Yeah.
Do you see the Logan Paul video when he like yelled like, yo, Charizard? Was it Charizard or was it
Dragonite?
Dragonite, yeah. And everyone just came like, whoosh.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was insane. Pokemon is crazy.
Yeah.
I never played that. Man.
It's kind of boring now.
Yeah, I haven't played in like a month or two. But
have you guys become a trainer? Is that the thing? What it's called?
You kind of start as a trainer, yeah.
No, wait, so not a trainer. What are the hubs called? That you can take over a hub?
Oh, like gym.
Gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. A gym. Did you own any of them at one point?
Oh, you tend to. Like,
it's like so easy.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you just put like a guy in and then someone else can come along and just fight him and take him out. Like
if you have a guy in there, it's your gym until someone like kills your guy.
Like it's kind of hard to have a guy in a gym like longer than an hour.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
really?
like you can also have a guy in a gym for like a week.
Yeah.
So I know there was one out here in Chestermere that people were fighting over for so long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not in Chestermere, but like I heard there was like someone who was like, yo, I need this gym. And I was like, why? What do you get for having a gym? Are there perks?
Coins.
You get coins and then you can buy like all sorts of like different things with them.
Okay, I don't know how Pokemon works. Explain this to me. Can you buy the rare Pokemon? Do you have to find them?
You can't buy Pokemon or Stardust or XP.
It's not pay to win.
Those are
I ain't playing that.
I mean, it kind of could be. Like it's not really pay to win, but like you pay for like really good perks.
You can pay to like speed things up, but it doesn't make you any better.
Oh, it just speeds you up.
Basically, yeah.
Like there's XP, so you kind of like collect XP by doing like everything, like hatching an egg that you walk with, or like
so you can
catching
like pay
Pokemon,
to like speed
right?
that process up. Yeah.
Yo,
but like you can like once you get to level 37, it's halfway. Like all that Stardust, I mean all the XP that you collected towards getting to level 37, you're halfway to level 40.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Where's that logic?
You'll need like 150 XP to go from like level 1 to 2, but then you need like, what's it, 5 or 10 million to go from 39 to 40.
What?
Yeah.
Pokemon, what are you doing?
No, and
is there a cap to levels, or can you just go?
Level 40 is the cap.
Oh, okay.
But like there's people with like 1 trillion like
XP.
I want people to like join the podcast, just skip to this part.
Just skip the Pokemon.
Yeah, just skip
like,
to the Pokemon
where's
part.
DJ Dillion at?
DJ Dillon's
like
gone.
DJ Dillion, YYC, the Pokemon trainer.
Yo, I swear people be hopping on those scooters.
Do we have 1 minute left? Is
No.
Is it an hour, or are we just kind of going?
No, we can do 2 hours. I already done 2 hour podcast.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I biffed my ankle so bad on one of those bird scooters. I was going through this parking garage. You know how like the parking garage has like that ramp that you drive up?
Yeah.
Like kind of just like that circle, right? I was going down with my buddy and I was going like Mach 20. I was just fucking cruising. And I hit a speed bump I didn't even see. I fly off and I like obliterate my ankle. It's like black and like blue and everything.
I've heard a lot of people are saying they don't think they're going to be back for next summer. And I kind of, as time goes on, I'm kind of agreeing.
Well, the birds? Yeah. Well,
that's what
they'd
they're
be
saying.
chopping them in the river.
That's what they're saying about this summer, though. And they just got rid of the Lime bikes.
I didn't see anyone throw a bike or a scooter in the river until this summer.
Yeah. Apparently, they took out 150 or 100. Either 100 or 150.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Was found in the boat.
Oh, that's nothing.
Well,
sounds like someone that would do it.
Oh yeah, I usually like toss like 600 in. Easy, lightweight.
I toss one in each hand at a time.
Just kush, kush, kush. You just see them and they're gone. Squarely in the middle of the lake.
That's not me though. You know who that
second
is.
half of the podcast, I'm gonna look like Logic just because Ethan hates it.
Yeah, Logic.
Look, Dylan looks like a depressed Logic.
Biracial.
Yes.
Biracial.
Who drop the album back to back.
Biracial. Yo, have you seen the mukbangs of Logic?
I think I've seen a clip of one.
Yo, it's so funny because he's like he looks like the whitest dude, right? And he says the N-word in all of his songs.
Yeah.
And
he actually does? I
Yeah.
thought that was just a joke.
He has before.
No, like he says the N-word in like most of his songs.
Really?
Yeah, because he's biracial. So like in the mukbangs edit, it's literally him being like, yo, let me tell you something. Biracial, I am. And they'll be like, so what do you think about this new album? They'd be like, hold on. Biracial. It's just like a whole minute of him just saying biracial. Mukbang really out here doing it correct.
Yeah. Do you mean Much Dank?
Much Dank, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking mukbang.
I was like, is it a mukbang like the feast?
Yeah.
Feast.
Mukbang future podcast episode is having a very funny mukbang podcast. That's coming up. What do you say, Wednesday?
Wednesday? You want to come back for that?
I come back.
I'll be back.
Me? I just come back for the food.
Just for the food.
I'll drive you, Dylan. I'm the chauffeur. I'm the official chauffeur for DJ Dylan. I don't know if you guys are aware.
That's what we should have introduced him as.
The chauffeur?
Yeah, I'm the
butler.
official chauffeur.
Mm-hmm.
The full out flanky danky. Oh my God.
I realized I don't like the glasses already. They're like
I feel bad for your editors.
Ears.
They're going to have to edit this shit show.
I know. Too bad. Sucks to be you guys. I'm just kidding. I love you guys.
I love you too.
Yeah, we all love you.
This is how the podcast on Wednesday is going to go.
It's just going to be nonsensical things, but
Ethan is going to laugh for like a quarter of the podcast. I know it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Everyone loves laughter.
I'll contribute a lot because I speak so eloquently.
Eloquent.
Okay, back to the scooters. Yeah. That's okay. No, let's talk about Pokemon right now. You usually have to walk your animals, right? Not animals. Your Pokemon. I don't know anything about Pokemon.
Yeah, let's talk something about
like you uneducated swine. All these people listening, you're like, I want to rip this kid's head off.
Pokemon's not even interesting.
People are gonna be scared off. We sound like nerds.
Could you just hop on the scooter and walk them?
Low-key, if you go like
the max is 5 kilometers.
5 kilometers.
Like if you go 5 kilometers faster, it won't clock.
Really?
Distance.
You can't run. You can't run with these Pokemon. You got tiny little legs.
Yeah,
that's actually dumb. It's so dumb. So at least you could actually. Is it worth it though? Because you have to pay for those scooters.
Yeah, they're not terrible. Like they're cheaper than I thought, but it definitely adds up.
35 cents a minute.
Yeah, it adds up. We went.
Yeah, we went. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it adds up though, because you like kind of forget that it's just charging you per minute, and you just like kind of use it as like a way to get places. And the next thing you know, you have like a $40 bill.
I can't wait to get like obliterated with some friends and just like hop on a scooter and go to like the C train or something.
Once again, hi teacher, hi mom. That's sarcasm.
Sarcasm is full of this podcast. It's amazing. What can we do next? Tell us some stories about. Tell us any crazy story you have with DJing. How do we go from Pokemon?
I'd have to think.
Can you think of what's that?
I forgot.
What? Do you know any crazy stories Dylan can talk about? See, honestly, I'm a little afraid to ask that.
As far as DJing,
because I know Ethan got like he's gonna pull out the craziest story that you don't want.
As far as DJing, he probably doesn't. But as far as anything
I
at
can think
all,
of that one show at All Ages that I left. I can't remember why I left, but I came back and you're like, there's like ambulance and there's like a girl passed out like in the street.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, what?
Yeah.
Passed out.
There was a show we did downtown, and it was like fun at first, and then it ended up being a bit of a shit show. Like people were drunk the whole night, which is expected. But there was like, I don't know how it started, but like some girl, there was like a security like checking people in, and there's some girl like got in an argument with the security guard and tried like shoving her. So he like tackled her to the ground, and it was like when there was still a bit of snow on the ground. So she was like face down on the ground, and I don't know who it was, but her boyfriend like saw it, came out all angry or whatever. And he's like, "You touch my girl, what da da da." And I don't know if it's same or another security just copy and paste same thing to him. And then I think it was like the boyfriend's boy, like one of his dogs, like comes out and it's like, "You touch my boy and my girl." And like 3 within like a minute. Like it was, and I'm watching, like I'm in this like balcony up top. I'm just like watching, like I'm like already distracted. Like I'm about to start my set, and I'm like, triple take.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Copy and paste.
No.
I mean, I swear that's how it was. It was like I was like, well, that was crazy. And then I like start watching the like club again, and then I just hear noise, and then boom, right again. But yeah, I don't know. Cops got called. No one got arrested, I don't think, but cops got called. Kind of like dealt with it.
Yeah.
Was that the same night the girl was passed out like on the street?
Yeah, I thought that was. I thought she got up and then like something happened and her boyfriend was like, ah.
I don't know if it was the same night. I think it was the same place. I don't know if it was the same night. This girl, I don't know, like that probably isn't like
at that place. There's always a girl that ends up like blacked out in the street after.
Yeah, this girl was like just passed out, like in the middle of the street downtown. And they had to like call an ambulance, and then they realized that like cars were still trying to pass. They had to like close that whole street and like get her dealt with. I don't know if that was the same night, but if it was, that was quite the eventful night.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I've heard stories of like.
I mean, if you want eventful stories, I tried getting Dylan to play Pissy Pamper at a wedding he was DJing at.
Did I not? I definitely did at the end of the night.
He definitely did.
Is it what is it? What kind of song is that?
By Playboy Cardi.
You know, like the one that's like viral, that's like unreleased. I haven't heard copyrighted.
That. No, I can't. Yeah, I can't.
I feel like you have. It's been all over like memes and TikTok and everything. Yeah,
but like just a crazy song that's
not supposed to be
belonged at a wedding.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, there's not a lot of Playboy Cardi songs in general that like fit a wedding.
Oh wait, none of them are. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying there's not a lot already, if any.
That isn't any. Actually, I want to get married, and I want to listen to like Dial It. That'll be sick.
Like R.I.P.
That pussy got some mileage. While I'm like walking. No, I'm not walking down the aisle. What am I saying?
What are you gonna be strolling?
No, like I don't walk down the aisle. I'm just there.
Oh,
you know, just waiting.
Wait, is this not your wedding?
My wife walks down the aisle. I'm already there.
I didn't even know that.
Wait, what?
Does the guy walk the aisle, or is
that embarrassing?
Isn't he already there? Like at the stage thing?
I feel like it's embarrassing that I've DJ'd multiple weddings and I still don't know the answer to that. Like I've played the songs that they walk down to, but I don't remember who stays and who's walking.
That's a really good question.
The guy is always like already up there with his like, I don't know what they call it. Like,
actually, now that I think the guy either walks first or he's already there.
No, and then the fiance walks down with her dad, usually.
Yeah, okay, that's facts.
Yeah, so I know she walks down for a fact because I've seen doors opening and like doves come out and then mist, and then there's
I feel like
some
the dude's
girl
always just like there.
He's just there trying to keep the tears.
Yeah.
How do you cry like that at a wedding? Like I've always been fascinated. It's like you guys have been hanging out for like 5 years.
Well, I think it's kind of just like the moment of everything coming all together. It's like, yo, like this is my fucking life now. Like I'm marrying this woman.
But isn't that what you're working for? Like technically you're already married.
It's
but
like,
then now you're like, hey, let's make this official. Like, okay.
I don't know. It just kind of like seals the deal. So it's probably like just like.
Well, I think
like
I think
it's
like
the same way like giving birth. Like for 9 months what's about to happen, but like.
I can't speak on that.
You give birth.
All right,
and then I don't got experience with that, but I'm saying like shout out to my mom. She probably cried. I hope probably cried of like sadness. She's like,
she slaps you when you come up.
I feel like the guy crying at the wedding is more like of a stereotype of when like the Orthodox weddings or like the wife and the husband are like pure, like they haven't had sex yet, right? And then he's like, finally I got some pussy after this, right?
But like, so you think he's crying of joy because of that?
Yeah, because they have like they literally have like a bed in the church, and like apparently like they have a bed like in the like really religious like families, like they like there's like a fucking bed in the church.
Like a cult.
Ethan,
no,
that's a cult.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Ethan, as far as I know, you're not religious. Why do you know that there's beds in churches?
Dylan, I've literally been religious like all of my life.
Have you seen these beds?
I don't believe in it anymore though.
I did not know that.
Have you seen these beds?
I went to a Catholic school for like 7 years.
Yes,
I have. Yes, I have.
That's gross.
Yeah. And no, like the family expects them to go fuck after it. And like the mom always goes like and like cleans up the sheets and she's like, my daughter's a whore if there's not a blood stain on them, right? Because like
is this the medieval days?
I swear to God, this is the thing.
How?
Here's my theory right now. This is probably one of the most entertaining parts of the podcast so far, but also remembering that I go to a Catholic school and my teacher is going to be reviewing this. I don't know if it's worth
who cares?
it in.
You ain't going to be seeing that teacher after this. Your year of life
give
is
your teacher
done.
like the little sample first and like only make it like the first 20 minutes.
I will clip it and I'll send you this clip.
Guy.
I'll be like, here's the clip to show your teacher. It'll be this segment of the
Smart
podcast.
Yeah, we get just this segment.
What if like...
Honestly, I'll just send you clips.
What if it's like...
Teachers are not smart enough to know how to find a podcast.
Local DJ Dillion
I doubt
killed
she's
by
even
getting
gonna
hit by a
watch
car.
this.
What if I just
Listen
get
to
like
this.
smoked by a car and they're
Joking
like,
about it.
this is the last thing to remember him, and it's like,
A
is there a
podcast.
bed in a church?
Is there a bed? I must know. Ethan, yeah, of course. Dylan, well, this is on my...
We'll leave it. We're good.
That is crazy. I didn't know that.
I swear to God, it's the thing. Like I very well could be wrong, but I swear to God, it's
Because that low-key sounds like a cult. Like, that's some cultist.
I mean, I've been in a church.
I've
Well,
never
this
seen
is-
a bed.
obviously-
Is this like up
never-
in the back? Like in the podium?
This is only for like the really religious people, right?
Oh,
like
okay,
like
the
the ones that are
extremists?
like like the ones that save themselves for like marriage, right?
Well, let's just hope everyone at Catholic schools be doing that. Let's be honest. Never mind.
I mean,
I
I
regret saying
can't talk too much, but on this topic of Catholic schools, I've heard a lot of stories at
Bro, there's
Catholic schools that are not very Catholic of people.
there is no way that you go to a Catholic school and you still call it Catholic. That is a public 2.0. I feel like it's more aggressive.
I've heard quite a few stories of what goes on in some
Dylan-
schools, chapels.
Dylan,
Okay, whoa.
At Carroll, do they have like a
We
choir?
are not name dropping.
Well, I
A
mean,
choir?
Yeah.
I'm
I
talking
thought you were
about
going to talk
choir.
about some like.
do
some,
they
like,
have a choir?
crazy story?
That's a good question. I think
They've got
kind
a
of.
band choir that for like the rare assembly will do a little thing, but like
I
it's
just
not,
remember
like,
being at my elementary and we'd always like gather in the church and like saying hallelujah, hallelujah. I can't
Hallelujah.
say it.
hallelujah.
But like we'd be there for like 2
Hallelujah. I can't
hours
say anymore.
and we'd just be like singing and our music teacher would be like, no, you're not announcing it right. She'd just like yell at us.
Yeah, I've only seen my school's choir do maybe like 2 songs ever.
Oh, what was it like?
You should DJ for the choir.
Ooh, actually,
I've actually been asked to DJ the school dance, but then it got canceled because of COVID.
they still doing dodgeball?
Not so far this year because it's only been like a month, but they
Supposed to
did
be like
last year.
January, right?
I
I
got
think so.
dodgeball
Yeah, I did
banned
last
at my
year. I
old
was on the
school.
team.
You got banned?
I got dodgeball banned at my old school.
What do you do? Put spikes in the
Oh.
balls?
No, I hit my gym teacher in the face on purpose.
Smoked.
Oh,
Fuck you, Mr. Schmeichel.
See,
Whoa.
I was trying to be like, don't name drop.
don't
but
name drop, but
yes, we are.
Yo, this guy looks like a chicken though. No, like he's
Go
so
off.
big, but his like his legs are like the size of my fingers. Yo, but just for the record, I'd say this to his face if I saw him in public. By the way,
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't say it.
so this is not me hiding behind a microphone.
You gotta film him while he says he'd say it to his face because we got kind of
Fuck you,
similar.
Mr.
voice.
Schmeichel.
Okay, bet.
Your son's ugly too.
Whoa.
Yeah, like it doesn't seem like it when we're talking like right now, but like I think either I can or you can like almost perfect the other person's voice. Like like Siri has like the Hey Siri thing.
Yeah, like, hey Siri.
Yeah, I can do his, and I've never seen anyone else be able to like
Wait,
do
sorry.
mine. or
Wait,
anything.
do what?
Like when you like program the like Hey Siri thing.
Yeah.
It like matches your voice and like it's.
So you can say hey Siri, and you're his vice versa.
I don't know if I
Well,
can do it
Dylan
on
goes
command.
like, "Hey Siri," and then my phone goes off.
I can like
right?
match how he talks. So if I go, "Hey Siri," I got Siri at the bottom.
Yeah.
But if I do his, I don't think I'd be able to.
Hey
No, it's,
Siri. Hey Siri.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
Yours turned on.
I'm just going down an octave. Hey Siri.
How scary is it that like they might be putting chips inside coronavirus vaccines?
What?
Yeah.
I haven't heard too much
it's a
about
conspiracy.
Well, honestly, I'd be down
I mean,
for
I've
that.
heard a
Like,
lot of
I don't
conspiracies.
really
I feel like with like everything right now, like it's easy to just make every theory up, like
Yeah.
like it's more than ever. But like, I've heard like theories like they like are putting like chips in like the blue masks that are.
I've heard they put
out.
Nokias in the blue masks.
No, Dylan, it's literally just the nose piece, like the
I
wire.
know, but like everyone's like, oh, if you cut that part open and then fold it 3 times,
Pops out.
chip
It's the
will appear.
5G wire that they're pumping through our bodies.
Yeah, that's the conspiracy with
Yeah.
like apparently the vaccines are gonna have like metal alloys in it that's gonna connect to 5G and you can scan your body with it.
Mhm.
That's a bit extreme.
There's no way that's possible.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
5G. Hold on.
Yo, 5G
It's
is
like
just,
what? It died? Yeah, it's right there. 5G is just like my phone. The other camera's still recording, right? Yeah. 5G is like I don't know much about it, but I know it's just double wavelengths.
it's just faster.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What do you think?
What do you guys think about like the thing that's like TikTok's like stealing all the information in your phone?
China. No, that's actually like government. Like the government can request information from apps in China.
I feel like that's so true because I'd be talking about like some shit to like Dylan, like I remember this like so vividly. We were talking about like the new like 2020 like Tahoe or something, right? And then I had like 3 TikToks in a row of this Tahoe.
Yo, yeah, your phone is actually listening. I
feel
swear it's
like-
like Alexa.
I feel like I don't feel like I know it's not just TikTok though. Like
Oh,
even
it's,
my like
it's definitely like
Yo,
everything
I'll
else.
pull up my
Yeah.
phone. Like
Like-
I'll be talking to you. Like if I'm talking to you guys right now, right? Let's say I'm talking about
Yo,
some
watch us all
random-
go missing after this.
Yeah, for real. FBI cut. I
They
could
made
be
that-
talking about like
yeah.
Japan Olympics, and I just go on my phone and type in what is, and it's like Japan Olympics.
yeah, like even my computer too. Like I knew the
Yo.
phones did. Like my
Are you guys
computer,
like
too.
okay with this?
Okay, with what?
Like all
That-
this happening?
The privacy?
Are we
Yeah.
at Target?
Like
Honestly-
I honestly like me personally, like I could not give a shit. Like I do not care if like some old man in like some China lab is like staring at me and seeing what I'm
So
Googling and
what's up?
stuff. Like
Yeah, like someone's probably watching. Never mind.
Someone's listening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch this whole segment just magically disappear. They just cut it out.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
Yeah, there was a show on Netflix I watched, or a movie. It was like The Social Experiment. Or
Yeah, I've seen that.
Social something. Yeah, that talks all about it. I showed that to my mom, and she was all like, "I'm about to take your phone. You have to know what you're doing on there." And I'm like, "I am."
Parents take it so out of
Whole
proportion,
adult.
though.
Yeah,
Like so far out of proportion.
Boomers.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like
It's not that big of a
like,
deal.
Like
It makes
it's
my life
it's a
easier.
thing, but how are you gonna like do half the jobs there are now if you don't have your phone or
Yeah.
computer, like internet access at all? It's pretty much everywhere.
You kind of just have to deal with it.
Straight up.
But low key, it makes my life easier because, you know, if I'm talking to you about Japan, I just don't want to type Japan in.
Yeah.
I just click Google it. It's just Japan. I just click it.
Like it, yeah, I don't know. Like I don't care as much as like, oh, if I'm talking about whatever and then it pops up, I'm like, okay, that's strange, but like, I'm not like, okay, you're listening to me, but I just don't want to be like stealing my information. Like it's not like hacking me. So like if it's not like stealing my money,
Yeah. Yeah, no
not
issues with it.
selling my
Yeah, that's like the limit
identity.
as well for me. Like if you're stealing my money, that's like fuck you. But like I
Yeah.
don't care if you know my age and my height or
Yeah,
like
exactly. Like I don't care if you know
Or what
that I
my-
like.
I sure hope like some dude in like some lab is like listening to like is watching me and like what the fuck is this kid's music taste?
Yeah. He could
For
start playing
real.
his like 100 decks and the like lab will just shut down. They'll
They're
be
like, okay,
skip
pack it
this
up for
guy.
the night.
Yeah, you're like, this guy, we don't even need to steal his information.
But that's like, you know, have you guys seen like how social media manipulates? Like the manipulative
Yeah.
way of how social media, how they transition certain things so that it goes into your brain like as you're thinking it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it gives you that narrative. That's the only thing that like boomers are scared of because they don't know
I'm
how
so
to
lost.
differentiate. They don't know what a meme is.
Yeah.
You mean a meme? Mimi?
A meme? Yeah. Like
It's
a
like-
meme.
It's like,
It's
have
a
you seen
meme?
a grumpy cat before?
Like, do you know this is real? Cats'
No, and
eyes are
then,
actually this
and
big.
then you like show your parents the
It
TikTok
takes-
and they're like, who's that? Where is that? When did that happen? Are they okay?
Yeah.
Yo, for real. I showed my dad that one time and he was like, why do you watch that? And I was like,
I think
Huh?
as far
I showed
as like,
Dylan's mom a TikTok once of like this car just like spiraling through the street. I'm like, oh yeah, there's gonna be Dylan when he gets his license. And she's like, where's that? Who's that?
yeah,
Do you
they're
drive
like,
with them?
Are they okay? Do you know who that is? And I'm like,
like I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah, actually do you notice that we have such a disconnect from things we see online that's like doesn't even look real?
it's true.
Like that spiraling car, that dude could have got a concussion or something. We're just like, oh yeah,
Because it's just so like,
it's so disconnected
yeah.
from the reality of
I feel
what
like
could have happened.
I feel like we're
I
more
like-
kind of just like desensitized to it.
Yeah.
that's the right word.
that's the
yeah,
right
like,
word.
I've seen like, I don't look for it, but like you'll scroll long enough on the internet, you'll see like someone that like just gets like hit
ISIS
by a car.
Yeah.
Decapitating
goes
videos.
down.
I hate
down.
that. I hate when I have like random people on my Snap and they're posting like dark web stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Have you ever never had that?
I haven't seen people like posting that
Okay, you
shit on their
don't. Well,
story.
okay,
but,
I have. Okay,
well, I
here's
mean,
the
to
thing.
be fair, I cut literally
Yeah.
everyone off, but
Yeah.
So one of my snaps, I have like over like 5,000 people added back on it. And I scroll through it. Don't know any of these people. And one time I'm scrolling. I don't even think I can put this on. I can't put this on. But it was like horrendous, like dark web to the max. And I like, usually I can watch stuff pretty easily.
Yeah.
But this was like, even now, it's just like, it did something weird to my head. I was like,
give me like a rough.
It's getting cut out.
I can't. Nah, I already cut. I have to cut one thing out already. I'll tell you afterwards.
Sorry.
But it's like, what was the word you said again?
Like desensitized.
Desensitized. Yeah, we really are desensitized from,
Yeah.
which is scary because it's like we become so desensitized to things.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's like the same
Like,
for
where's
you
the
guys,
limit?
but like I know some kids that's seen like the ISIS decapitating videos like before they've seen like sex ed, right?
Literally.
That should
I
be
feel like
traumatizing.
it's weird though, because I feel like
is it though?
well,
I feel
mean,
like
for
we're just
some-
like absolutely desensitized
for
to it.
some
though.
that like, I mean, it depends a lot. I feel like it's like, yeah, like me or you, like it's like desensitized. Obviously, you're not like looking for it, but like it just is part of the internet.
like it
at a
kind of
certain
just doesn't
point.
phase you anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
But
just like
like
whatever. Yeah.
other people, I still see like there's people that have never seen like bad injuries before, let alone that.
Can you open the blinds a little bit? Because that thing keeps smacking. Just pull it. Just pull it. Pull like that. The left thing down a little bit. Sorry, continue.
But yeah, what I was gonna say is like, I feel like if the like boss men of the internet, like
The boss man.
yeah, like
Yo,
the
Mark,
guys in
where
the,
are you?
the guys in the labs, if they've got like the technology to, you know, like customize to like a certain person and know their interests and know what they're talking about, this and that, they have the technology to filter out that type of like dark stuff.
Yeah.
Like a decapitation or someone getting like killed or hit by a car, whatever. But they like, my theory is that they like don't, to like slightly desensitize people to it. So things like,
That's a manipulation.
Yeah.
I'll come back to
yeah, like it kind of like other darker news that's more like reality. Like, I don't know, like I'm
But you
trying to
can't
sound-
really
yeah,
like, you can't take everything off the web. You know,
no,
once it's on the web, it's on there.
that's true.
Well, I mean, like
Especially when people start
it's-
downloading
it's
it.
gonna be so hard to like only filter like that dark content, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like
There's ways to get around
it's
it.
literally like a whole bunch of like little pixels, right? So it's like
Yeah.
so hard to like figure out for an algorithm to figure out what's
Was
bad
it the
and what's
noodle
good.
video you said, right?
Yeah.
Like TikTok doesn't realize what that noodle
Well, yeah,
video
because
is.
he put like a whole bunch of layers on top of it, so
Exactly.
the algorithm can't figure that out. Like
Yeah.
that video has like almost 200,000 likes on it.
And TikTok will never know
Well, they won't know unless people
one of them.
report it.
Yeah. But wasn't, nah, TikTok has had some really bad traumatic things on it that I've heard.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
I feel like,
it's
yeah.
gonna happen at
Apparently
one
it's the
point.
most
At a
toxic
certain-
environment.
Yeah.
I see that for sure. I
Like-
see more people like bully people like down
all these
to
little
like
kids,
deleting.
too.
Yeah, like,
Yo, these kids are savage.
like I thought Instagram could be bad, but like TikTok, I see people like will bully people like till they like leave the app. Till
Well,
they like delete
here's
social
another
media.
thing. Do you guys think cyberbullying is a thing?
It's not even real. Here's the thing.
I
I've
don't
had
think
people
it
be
is.
like, I'm going to kill you. I'm like, cool. Do you even know where I live?
Well, there's that, and then like there's actually like the term of bullying, because I feel like bullying's thrown around so much. Bullying is just the constant like aggression towards that one person, right? Like I could say like "fuck you, Dylan." I'm not bullying Dylan because I said that once, right?
Yeah,
that's true.
And then
he says it a lot though. He's bullying me.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
but then
I kind of forgot what I was going on.
You're talking about bullying, how it's like people take it out.
Oh yes, like it's always those fucking blue hair bitches on TikTok, right? You know what I mean, though. It's like, oh, he's bullying me. It's like, yo, he said this one thing on one of your videos. He doesn't know you. He doesn't know where you live. He doesn't know what you've experienced. He doesn't know anything. So why are you taking it so personal?
I don't know. I feel like they're definitely like separate things, but I feel like I don't know if cyberbullying is the right way to put it, but I feel like there's definitely like
there's levels
internet
to it.
Bullying, because I've seen like especially like young kids, like there's like 12-year-olds on TikTok that have like never been like bullied, and they see all this like.
It's not just that. Remember, okay, so thank you. Okay, so we come from a generation of like we expect it.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
You have someone who's 5 or 6 and they just get an iPhone. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to create these things to impress people. Usually when you're 5 or 6, you don't understand. Don't impress people. That's the worst way to do it.
Bro, when I was 5 or 6, I was looking for a stick that looked like a gun.
Yeah, and now these kids are straight up on TikTok trying to get famous like Charlie, because they're like, oh, she can do it. Let me try it. Not realizing that.
Have you seen those? Seen those kids that like use like that face filter thing? So they're like, oh, I'm actually Charlie's cousin, right? Have you never seen those accounts? Like they put like the face swap thing and they're like, I'm actually Charlie's cousin, right? And like everyone would be like, wave your hand in front of your face, and they'd be like really quick. So like the filter doesn't like know that they put a hand in front of them or something.
I've never seen that. Huh. You are deep in TikTok.
I told you I'm deep in
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen that. No, but like it's the same thing. Like those kids are probably thinking like, oh, I'm convincing everyone that I'm Charlie's cousin.
Because that's like what they like want to hear.
That's the appreciation that they're trying to get versus someone like you and me. And we're like, that's not even relative. That's not relevant. I feel
like
there's levels to it.
Today like have like expectations almost. Like for me, I was like I was like just looking to be entertained. Like I was like I'd make boats and like put them down like water and like watch it for like an hour and I'd be entertained. But now it's like if my video, I'm like 12 and my video doesn't get 50 likes, I'm not gonna be happy. And it's like
likes are such a weird such a weird concept, to be honest, when it comes down to that. I don't mean
to be like all cocky and braggy and stuff, but like I never really like cared about likes or anything. So I like honestly like do not like understand what you guys mean by like.
It's the appreciation of where you like.
Is it just like the attention of being noticed?
It's not just that. It's like the validation, because a lot of us want to feel like we belong, right? Yeah. Someone like you're just like, I don't care. This is my life, and you've like pushed yourself away from social media. Some of us are like, we need the validation, we need the appreciation of others to really show that we still matter, because maybe we're lacking that at home, or like we're lacking that at friends.
Yeah.
You probably just have really good parents. Maybe you've gone through a lot of trauma and you've like overcome a ton of stuff.
Do not give a shit about anything anymore. It's like, fuck you. I don't really care what you think about me, right?
Yeah. So like so you have come to that conclusion, but like someone who's new to this and they see all these famous people making money and living life and they're like, oh, I want that too.
Yeah.
And then they try to jump into it as fast as possible without thinking about it.
There's just having like realistic expectations.
But they don't have it, because they don't have like, you need to have fundamentals around you. So if you have people around you who are like telling you this, you're going to be like, oh, okay, maybe it's not for me. But like when you're alone at home as a kid and you're just trying to find some validation, you just hop online.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Or even if you're like an old person, like you don't understand how the whole thing works. You're going to be like, yo, why is this person saying this is dumb?
Yeah, I think like this with social media in general, like there's like people that use it like as a business tool, like say even like back to like the music stuff, like for some of these artists I work with, it's like, okay, I'm, if I get a certain amount of like views, they can set goals, but they're not really expectations. They're not like, I'm not going to be happy if I don't get this, but like, okay, if I know that this thing is growing fast and getting a lot of views, people are, interested in this style of video, this style of rapping or music or whatever. But I feel like at the same time, like it can convert back because there's a lot of like people that just post pictures of themselves and like it's not really putting out, I mean, it's putting out content, but it's not like putting out like too much creative content to where they're like, if I don't get blank likes, I don't look good. I don't feel pretty about myself or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like at times it can kind of like convert back into like business. Like if I don't get a certain amount of, likes on my video, I'm, not making good music. So I feel like the best way to do it is just like Ethan said, like just do you and like it does not matter at all what anyone says.
It becomes mental straining if you're just relying on people.
And especially like if you don't learn early that like and get in the pattern of just like doing you and like purely just doing you, you'll get in the pattern of needing, a certain amount of whatever and having these expectations that it's harder to kind of dig yourself back out of unless you compared to like start.
What I really think is like, especially with these kids that are pretending to be like Charlie's cousin or something, their presence on social media is pretending to be someone else is not them, right? And then they kind of get that like mind of like, oh, I got to be someone else to like make it, right? Like I need to be someone else to make money, right? Like they don't have like that kind of like
the individualistic.
Yeah.
And people like that, like if you're going to be a follower and not a leader, like it's so much harder. If not, you just won't make it too far. Like Charlie probably just did what she liked to do and
people liked what they
consistent.
saw.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's a fascinating topic to be like, it's so, because we all see it. I mean, I think everyone falls into it. Even I fall into it, even though like some people probably like, oh, you guys are individuals, you're doing your own things. Like we're still looking up to someone.
Yeah. It's like taking inspiration and, like seeing, like something you like to see or something you might admire, but it's like, say, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like I might have whatever, like blank artist that's my role model, but I'm going to be like, I like his message. Like I like why he makes music. Like maybe it's to like help people with mental health or whether it's this or that. So I'll like have that same vision, but I won't be like, the way to get there is to make the sound he makes. I'm not going to rap his flow. I'm not going to rap on his beats. Like I'm going to still do me, but just have, take what I can take from it.
Yeah.
But you're not going to pretend you're like from the hood or anything though, right? Like you're not pretending you've like.
Yeah. Because that's not why. I mean, it might give him like respect, but but like it might give him respect, but where they grew up isn't what made them famous. It's their music that made them famous because they did them.
Yeah.
So if fame is what you really want, then I guess you just kind of have to do you and stay consistent.
Well, most people would say they don't get into it for fame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even with you, like myself, yourself, I'm just doing this for fun.
Exactly.
I'm not making money off this.
That's like the same thing with like Earl Sweatshirt, isn't it? Like
who's that?
He's an artist. He works with a bunch of he's like a hip hop artist, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, but like he kind of made it big, and he didn't really want to.
Like he was doing like comedy videos and stuff, like just skits for fun.
So he basically like sabotaged his career.
Yeah,
like deliberately. Oh, so he really didn't want. He just wanted to have fun.
Yeah, like and even for me, like don't want like fame is like. I'm not going to be like, I would hate it, but like, I'm not looking for it. Like, I'm looking to just keep doing what I'm doing.
I just want money.
That's like one goal is like, I'm not doing it for money, but my goal would be to make enough money off of doing what I like that I can, like live
sustainably.
Healthy. Like, I don't have to like work another job to pay the bills type of thing.
Yeah.
But
I know Johnny Depp put it this way. He said, everyone should become rich and famous to understand how invaluable it is.
Yeah.
Because, and I agree with that too. I have different life experiences than everyone. I know that. And it's sometimes tough to think that because like you're in your own world, you surround yourself with people who are usually at like your level of just where you are or just your world state. And it's always funny when you meet other people, but like, I'm not like a billionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I can't relate to these dudes.
Yeah.
They've been doing, like they've gone through some mental strain.
And usually it does not go away. Tends to stay the same or get worse when you have all these expectations and all these eyes on you, and it just seems
Look
like
at
it
Miley Cyrus
multiplies.
though.
Yeah.
That like it went horrible and then it got better, but it's just because she like put herself through it to like.
Yeah. She wanted to, bring it back, and she brought it back, and then it, sure it works, but it got worse.
Yeah.
Before it got better.
But it's funny because it's like, if you think of, like, she said this on the Joe Rogan podcast, but she said it's funny how when the industry is controlling you, people don't talk about that. But then as soon as you like disconnect, people freak out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
Isn't that weird? Like when you're being controlled to be something you're not versus just being you.
I think we're so used to like all of the Hollywood people kind of just like staying in their lane, like, not doing anything bad, right? And then you hear like Britney Spears has like a heroin addiction, right? And then everyone's like, oh, right?
Yeah. I never really got why they like pulled that so out of proportion. The lady's just doing her own thing. She's just addicted. Like,
well, I mean, is that like a really normal thing for people to be doing?
It's not normal. But like, why would you have to bring that to light? That's always what confused me.
Because the money you can make off.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They exploit
the more
ever
clicks
living out of people.
Get, the more money it's going to make them. So like TMZ, I don't know. Like,
the Kobe Bryant thing, you hear about that?
Yeah.
They were the first people on the scene within like 5 minutes and they got called out on that.
Yeah. Yeah. But like the more clicks any of these stories, especially like mainstream media gets, like Hollywood, the more money they're going to make. So they're not going to care if they felt like they disrespected whatever. Paparazzi takes a picture of a guy by like shoving someone over to do it because they're going to make
Kanye waking up in his garage.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Like that video where it's the paparazzi's like, good morning, Kanye. And then Kanye's like, shut the fuck up.
Wait, but was the paparazzi inside of his garage? Or was he in the paparazzi's
Kanye's
garage?
like in his garage and like the paparazzi are just outside.
Like he's like just waking up and he's
like the paparazzi are
in his
like,
garage. Yeah.
Like, hey, good morning, Kanye. And then Kanye's shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a strain you got to go through in the public eye because you're all constantly being criticized.
Yeah, you can only hate them like so much, but it's not like they're being, I mean, they could be, but like they're not like treating you any different than they treat other people. And sure, it's not the most respectful way, but that's also something you kind of got to know when you sign up for that level of, fame.
Fame, yeah. Yep, that's why a lot of these celebrities keep to themselves. Because if you do one thing, the whole world knows about it. Somehow, the whole world knows about it.
Yeah.
It's even worse when it's a PR stunt.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
Like falling in love for a PR stunt and then breaking up just so you can blow up your album?
You can make,
that's a really good idea. I mean, I'd do that.
But a lot of TikTokers do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like for the clout, and then they break up and then they add drama so they can boost their numbers.
And it does
is that really bad though?
No, it's good for them. They're making
because
bank.
They do that for that scale, but they do it like all the way up, like A-list celebrities. Like,
oh yeah,
guarantee you there was.
Look at Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson.
Yeah, there's articles on articles that I guarantee you are hitting up Kim Kardashian and their management. Hey, we'll give you $100 million to break up with Kanye, and that's like probably a low ball.
Probably, yeah,
for sure.
Because Pete Davidson, Ariana Grande, low-key, I feel like that was us paid out.
Could have been, yeah.
But like, you don't know. You just don't know.
Well, people really just want like that reality TV show with everything, right?
Everyone loves drama.
That's why I think Trump was elected, because like he
is a reality TV show. Yeah,
like his personality is just everything though. So I feel like the people in the U.S. kind of just want like that, almost like that level of communication. Not really though.
But he's honest too. That's the thing.
Like just his public appearance, like he makes like a big scene everywhere he goes, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the people in the US just really like that, right? Like they want to be in that reality TV show, right?
Yeah. It's really pushing like for new levels of, well, all I got to say is Justin Trudeau. That's all I got to say. I live in Alberta. Hate all you want. I don't really care. It is what it is, but I'm not like pushing any narratives. Everyone's doing their own thing.
Yeah. I like to like stay informed about politics, but I don't like worry about like forming my like opinion on stuff that I'm not gonna even have a say in at this point. Like I'll know about what's going on, but like if I'm not voting for like this election here, like with whatever, like I can stay informed, but like what can I really do about it at the same time? Because I feel like politics is, it's as big as it is, but it's also like the root of a lot of people's stress lately and a lot of their actions. especially Americans. And I'm half American, so I kind of like see a lot of.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
What side?
Most of my family is from Texas, like Dallas. But my dad's side, yeah. I thought you said what part.
No, I said what side.
My bad.
Yeah, politics are stressful. People always like freak out from, like, what do you think of the whole mask situation?
Like, do you think it's mandatory?
I mean, it doesn't hurt me to wear a mask. So I really couldn't care less.
Do you think it's gonna? Do you think it's gonna end though?
I feel. Well,
I mean, one of the big scenarios was like with the Ebola, like the Ebola outbreak.
Yeah.
That the vaccine, when it came out, it broke records of how quick they found a vaccine and made one, and it still took 6 years.
Wait, what? For Ebola?
Yeah, it took them 6 years to find a vaccine for Ebola. It's either 4 or 6 years, but like it took them years to find the vaccine for it, and that was like record breaking, right? So I feel like it's going to be a while for Corona.
I feel like I don't know. It's hard to say because I feel like Ethan said, like if wearing a mask's the main thing I got to do, that's nothing. I'm not doing too much.
It's only in Calgary you have to wear a mask. Outside Calgary, you don't.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's like their own laws there or bylaws, whatever. Yeah, like if I go to like Bread Creek, I don't have to wear a mask, but I still will just to be considerate of like everyone else, right? Like I could be carrying like Corona, but like I could give it to my grandma, but I'd still wear a mask around her, right? Because I don't want to like be open to that potential of that happening, right? Because she's obviously a lot more
susceptible to it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, like it might not be affecting me directly, but it's everyone I communicate with,
contact with. Yeah.
Look at China; they're still wearing masks.
Well, I mean, they've been wearing masks even before the pandemic,
and they wear it mainly for viruses and the pollution in the air.
Pollution too, yeah.
But like that kind of shows you like a staple of, we may be wearing masks forever.
Well, I mean, like there's already
I'm okay with that.
There's already
face.
like fashion kind of coming out with including masks, right? Like even before, like there's like those bait masks.
The bait masks, yeah.
Like I feel like it's just going to be even more presence in fashion, anyways, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I see both sides. Like it really is hard to say at this point because like I see more people becoming impatient, right? And then more cases, and just generally as more people get it, more people are going to get it after that. But I also see like people starting to like snap into it and realize that like if people like all completely quarantine for like 2 months, it could really like drop like significantly. But I feel like whichever way it goes, life in general is going to be a bit different, and it's going to take a while before things are like kind of more normal.
Yeah,
but also
the adaptability.
I'm kind of on that side where I'm like, fuck it, just let natural selection take its toll, right?
I'm like, I'll do my part.
I'm just saying that is not me, okay? Just remember.
I mean, I can do my part, but I can only give a certain amount of advice. Like if I've got a friend who's not trying to wear a mask, I can only tell him so much. I can't force it on its face. So.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of people who like force things on other people because like we're all individuals. Yeah, we all have our own way of thinking. So like some of us may not want to wear the mask. Some of us are like, it's good to wear the mask all around.
Like if you go to like the mall downtown, will you wear a mask?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Like it's kind of just like common sense at that point, right? Like if you're going to be surrounding around like so many people that you will probably never see again for like
a long time, right? Maybe the rest of your life.
People you don't know where they've been. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna end the podcast.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me. Oh, should I give like shout outs again? I did that last time and I forget to.
Yo, check out DJ Dillion on Instagram. You can, and check out Josiah's Boring Life, Instagram, YouTube, Josiah's Boring Snapchat, and check out Boring Podcast. We just hit 1,500 followers. So
shout out,
keep going up because we got that in like a day.
Shout out to
Ethan,
Kylie. Shout out to mom and dad. Shout out to teacher.
Yeah, here comes a graduation speech.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.